As outlined in our speech a few minutes ago, we started the Special Standing Committee on Government Accountability and Ethics Reform. Representative LeVault and I again appointed Representative Bruns, Lipke, Day, Nolte, Brandon, Burnett, Whitty, Morris, Walsh, Curls, Kevin Wilson, and the chair, and Sally Faith, the vice chair. We will pass no tax increases. I think I said that twice. I think I've said that a couple times every year, and that is final. We will practice fiscal discipline in our budget processing and balance the budget. It's not that tough. It's what we're supposed to do with the Constitution. So we'll do what we're charged with. And of course, we will have a economic development package second to none. That's what we do, and we'll try to get to the other side on a timely basis. Hopefully we can get it passed before the last day, as we did last year. Steve Hobbs will be chair of insurance, replacing Representative Yates that went on to greener pastures. Representative Charlie Dennison will chair Special Standing Committee on Infrastructure and Transportation, replacing Steve Hobbs. Questions?
Speaker Richard, why start your speech and emphasize this ethics committee?
It has been a topic of conversation among many members. It's been a topic of press stories, and I thought we'd get to the bottom of it and get working on this issue and show the people of Missouri that we can fix perceived problems. And I went to Representative LeVault and I have got an outstanding group of Democrats, Republicans. I think we can come up with a solution, and I look forward to that. And bills will be sent to that committee quickly.
What are you hoping a special standing committee can do as opposed to funneling it through one of the regular House members?
I want to focus the issue on a special committee, and I want to make sure that you all and the state of Missouri is watching the progress, and I think that'll help us focus the issue. The leadership team has agreed, and the other committees have plenty of work, and elections committee, you know, they'll be working on voter ID and early voting, some other issues that we think is important. So we think this committee is important. They'll have that issue, and we look for a solution that is bipartisan, and we'll see.
Why don't you use the existing ethics committee to take on this legislation?
It only takes, Representative Tilly, it only takes complaints. It doesn't do legislation.
Traditionally, it's only been used for people that file ethics complaints. It's the one committee in the House that has an even split, and so we wanted to, I think the speaker wanted to treat it like any other bill and refer to a committee that's designed to deal with those types of issues.
You just referred to perceived problems. Do you think that there are real problems out there that need to be addressed, or is this a problem?
I'll let the committee decide. Anyone else?
The former speaker today to here in court, and one of your colleagues today at the same time session today.
Ethics is like elections, is like economic development, is like education. It needs tweaked and adjusted, and hearings to make sure that we're current, and that's what we're doing.
Mr. Speaker, several people.
Congratulations on you moving.
Thank you very much. You and several other people in House leadership are terminated and thinking it had possibly to running for the state senate. How is that going to affect decision making and flow in the House?
Makes no decision. We will do the right thing as we always do in the House, and we'll work bipartisan when we can, and when we can't, we'll still do what we think is the best interest of Missouri on budget priorities, fiscal discipline, tax issues. But we're open to a lot of solutions, and Representative LeVault and I have an open dialogue, and we talk from time to time. We started this morning with a breakfast with leadership of both sides of the aisle, and we had conversations, and we hope to move together on a lot of issues.
So you know, your predecessor really lost a lot of interest midway through this last year. Do you plan on avoiding that and still
I will do what is in my gut to do the right thing, and if it's not right in my heart and my gut, I will not proceed.
Senator Shields has proposed a ban on contributions to lobbyists during the session. Is that something that you would support?
I will support whatever comes out of our bipartisan committee, whatever comes out of it.
She's maybe managed to slim down the focus and one member.
I want to make sure that both sides have the ability to have a dialogue. And we go to the House floor for, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of amendments, you know as well as I do. I'm sure there'll be 700 amendments from all different sizes and shapes. But I think the dialogue is necessary, and we'll have an open dialogue, and we'll get something to the Senate in a prompt basis.
Mr. Speaker, I noticed you didn't talk about the autism bill in your opening
I
speech.
already gave my word to the Missourians. That's our first bill out, and that will be sent to committee Thursday.
Okay.
Which committee?
Kevin Wilson's committee.
Economic development. What do you think is something that is a reasonable proposal? Do you think you can get out of both chambers this year?
We
Given the
will
budget.
have a energetic, forward-thinking program. We're gonna have a conversation with the governor and Tim Fluke and Representative Como are making presentations to me, and we'll be aggressive, I'll assure you.
Governor wants to give tax incentives, tax credits to existing Missouri businesses at the time and can give them to out-of-state businesses in fact to get them to come here, give them to in-state businesses, get them to stay. Can you support that?
I'll support whatever it takes to get Missouri through this tough time. You know, we have an issue with the other side of the building on tax credits. We'll have to resolve that at some level. But we're open to all issues. It's a little early to start throwing down a line in the sand what we will and will not do, but the House has always been aggressive, and Representative Fluke will be aggressive.
Do you think that the debate on tax credits is going to create the same obstacles it did a year ago?
It will not create any obstacles in the House.
I mean, between the two, you mentioned.
I don't know. I don't think so. We'll see. Representative Tilley and Representative Pratt have a dialogue with leadership on the other side of the building. They'll bring recommendations of what both sides could live with. Senator Callahan, so we're going to talk to all, and we're going to start out the way we always do, what we did last year, and we're still going to press forward in an energetic and faithful. Missourians hurting. We understand it, and we're going to be aggressive.
Mr. Speaker, I understand that at least the Senate is planning on taking up some resolutions to send some messages to DC about cap and trade legislation, about the health care legislation. Is that planned in the House as well, early in the session?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something the Speaker and Representative Pratt have talked about. I think a lot of our members have a lot of concern on some of the things that are going on in DC. And for that matter, a lot of Missouri citizens have concern with what's going on, and they're overreaching at DC. And so I think it's important as representatives of the citizens of this state that we let DC know what our constituents think. And so it's certainly on the table.
Folks don't feel like their voices are being heard up in Washington, D.C. It's our job to make sure their voices will be heard.
Anything else?
So are those in the form of resolutions, the House Senate
I
resolutions?
suspect it will. Anything else? Thank you for your time, and feel free to come by anytime.